What up? Today we're making French onion chicken thighs baked. So let's get into it. So first, clean your chicken thighs real good. Clean all the nasty stuff off because nobody want no nasty chicken. Okay? So then we're going to season it with some Sazón. We're going to season it with some black pepper, some garlic powder, some garlic and herb seasoning, some paprika, some Italian seasoning, and some parsley flakes, and a little bit of ground cumin at the end. But of course, like I always say, I'm gonna have everything on the bottom. I'm gonna have everything named on the bottom. Just watch what I'm doing, okay? Because you know how I am about portions and you know all that. Make sure you got it in there good, because I end up adding more seasoning than you see right here just because you want to make sure you get underneath that skin. You want this seasoning everywhere, okay? It need to be completely covered, and you need to let it sit for as long as you can so the seasonings can really sit. So make sure you season it real good. Make sure it should be covered. It should look like this. I'm gonna show you. See that? Seasoned. Okay, so we're gonna put that to the side while we work on everything else. So slice your onions up real thin, and we're gonna season that. I just use some pepper, some garlic and herb seasoning. I put a little oil in it, and I use some jerk seasoning. That's it. And we're gonna let these caramelize. We're not gonna brown them because this is going in the oven. So we just caramelizing them. We letting them get soft. That is all. Okay, just let them cook. Put a little garlic paste in there just for flavor, and give it a little bit of color too. And you know what I'm saying? Put that to the side once it's done. And then we're gonna work on these chicken thighs. I let it sit for like 2 hours. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in the skillet. I put grapeseed oil and a tablespoon of butter in the skillet. So that's gonna be, part of the juices of the sauce that's gonna be at the bottom when we bake this. So go ahead and put them in the skillet, and we're gonna just brown them on both sides. Like almost like to a char, like almost a little char on it, Like I should have browned it a little bit even more brown than this, because it helps cook it faster when you put it in the oven. If you brown it more and cook it more now before you get in the oven. That's why we're doing this first. Then we're going to put it in the oven, okay? So just brown it on both sides real good, and then we're going to put that to the side. We're going to work on the sauce. So just take the chicken out. We're going to use this same little, that same little sauce right here. The same stuff that the chicken was made in. We're going to add a little chicken broth. This was like less than half of what I had left. So I just added the rest of that so we'll get rid of it. And then I added, I'll say like a half a cup of heavy cream. But that's depending on you. If you don't want a whole bunch of sauce, just add a little bit. But we just using the chicken broth to deglaze this. Just get all that, the crispiness of the chicken off the bottom. And then now just making it to the sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and season that. A little bit of black pepper. A little bit of garlic and herb seasoning, a little bit of fresh garlic, and some jerk seasoning. That's it. Season to your liking. Make sure you're tasting it. Because if you don't taste good now, it ain't gonna taste good when it get in the oven. Okay. And I add a little parsley flakes at the end, because just for I like parsley flakes. It just it's pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and let that get to a simmer. Let it thicken up a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and start. Let's start the process. So add that to a baking dish, or you can use a big cast iron skillet if you got one. I do not have one yet. And then we're going to go ahead and align with the chicken, okay? Pour the sauce in. We're going to put the chicken in there. Put it in like so. Then we're going to take those onions, add those to the top. Put them right on top. Put as many as you want to. It don't even matter if you get it in the sauce. That's just more flavor. Because onions don't do nothing but add flavor to whatever you're doing. Then I top mine with some Muenster cheese. I've seen other recipes using like mozzarella and stuff. But this is my recipe. So I'm doing what I want to do. And I have Muenster cheese. So that's what I'm going to top it with. Nice little thing of Muenster. Or you can just sprinkle it all over. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Do what you want to do. But that's what I'm doing. Sprinkled a little bit of paprika and some parsley flakes on top. I baked it on 370 about 30 minutes. Or until it's done. Or looking like this. Look at that. Deliciousness. I paired it with some garlic mashed potatoes and some sauteed broccoli and a dinner roll.